Hey, you guys, so I'm going to wait a couple minutes till we get people on. So give you guys, I'll probably get started at 7:40 so we can give people enough time to get on. So if you don't hear me, that's why. So give us a couple more. Give me till about 7:40. Well, I guess it's 8:40 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to wait for people to jump on. So welcome, welcome. So excited to be here with you guys. So just hold tight and we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Hey guys, excited for you to be joining us. We're going to get started at 7:40, so I want to give everybody enough time to jump on. I know I started a couple minutes late, so bear with us. We're going to get started in just a second. 'Hey you guys, okay, we're going to get started in 5 minutes. So if you are not ready, go grab your water and your notebook. We're going to get started in 5 minutes. I want to give everyone enough time to jump on. Four minutes. We're going to get started in 4 minutes. Okay, guys, getting started in 3 minutes. Hold tight. Okay, you guys, we're gonna get started in just 1 minute. I'm so excited to be with you guys tonight. So super, super excited for everything. Just the final four. We're in the final four. So super excited. So give us a couple more seconds. Okay, it is 7:40 Central Time, 8:40 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm super excited, you guys, to be with you live tonight. My name is Brittany Kaps. I'm Senior National Sales Director, and I am so excited, you guys. The final four are seriously the most fun months in Mary Kay. I feel like everybody kind of wakes up, right after career conference, and they're like, oh, I should probably do something, which is not necessarily thing. However, I do think what's so great about this business is we get to decide. Oops, am I frozen? Let's see. Oh, there we go. We get to decide what we want to do. And so I know for myself, sometimes it really took attending like career conference or just the new year that really got me going and excited and re-energized in my business. And so I'm so excited, especially for our Red Jacket movement, you guys. Our goal as your national sales directors are truly to plant the seed and the vision of so much more that this company can do for you personally and your family, but also raising leaders as you raise as a leader yourself. And so I am so excited because I truly believe in my heart of hearts, there is no better company to be associated with. I started this business at 23 years old, debuted as a national at 29, and now at 32, I am so sold out on this company. There is nothing that could dangle in front of me that would get me excited about any other opportunity than Mary Kay. And what's so exciting to me is the longevity that I get to have in this company, and that I get to pass it on to my daughters and when I have children and so forth. So I am so excited. And I hope you guys are so excited because number one, you earned this evening. So congratulations to you. That's a huge accomplishment. There's plenty of consultants that did not earn tonight. And for some of you, I know you're going to have to come back and rewatch this training tonight because you aren't able to be on live. And so congratulations, you guys. But I'm also going to encourage you to make sure that you earn every single one of them moving forward because you don't know who's going to be pouring into you that night. And you guys, these are some of the most dynamic women. And I am so blessed to call them my friend, and truly the best of the best, the creme de la creme in our company that you guys get to learn from over these next, gosh, what is it, like 15 weeks, or something like that. No, not even. Yeah, about 15 weeks. So excited for you guys. So we're going to start the night off with, I'm going to do a little bit of recognition, and then I'm going to address some of your guys' questions, and then I'm going to jump into just some quick nuggets and training that I have planned for you. Now, I know we have a lot of questions, and so I'm going to do my absolute best to get through those, but my goal is to wrap this up by give us about an hour. And so that is my plan of the agenda, is to get this wrapped up in that time, because I want to respect your time. So I'm super excited, you guys. All of the recognition that comes through the Google Hangout. I'm sorry, this is a Google Hangout, but you're going to have a Google form that you will fill out for recognition. So for some reason you did not get that form document, make sure that you check with your sales director, who can then check with your national sales director about getting that form filled out before Tuesday at midnight before every single event. Okay, you want to make sure to get that filled out so you get your recognition. So we're going to start off with our faces seen since our very last hangout. And I'm going to start with, we're going to do our top 5, but I'm going to start out with number 5. Okay, so number 5, we're going to work our way down to number 1. So number 5, we have with 23 faces, Miss Kimberly Alley from the Rachel Kellogg unit from the Crystal Trojanowski area. So congratulations, Kimberly. With 25 faces, we have Carolyn Della Victoria Vigel, and she's from the Stacy Ponds unit as well as the Trojanowski area. So congratulations. Next, we have the Miss Katie Ashby with 26 faces. Oh, I think I'm going a little bit out of order here, so that's okay. I wrote my notes and got a little messed up. So Katie is actually going to be, no, I did that right. Number 3, I'm on this. Number 3, Katie Ashby with 26 faces from the Katie Ashby unit and the Miss Joanne Bertolin area. So congratulations, girl. So excited for you. Okay. Number 2 with 43 faces. 43 faces, y'all. That's amazing. Kristen Killian Williams from the Kristen Killian Williams unit, and she is Go Give. So way to go, girl. Way to be a sales director, rocking your personal business. And last but not least, because she is number 1 with 52 faces, Miss Katie Williams from the Rachel Kellogg unit from the Crystal Trojanowski area. That's so awesome. 52 faces, y'all. You better believe this girl is kicking booty, taking names, literally. So congratulations, Katie. Okay. Next, we are going to move on to our personal interviews. Okay. So let me make sure I did that right. I don't want to mess up on that. And okay, yes, personal interviews held. Okay, personal interviews held. Let's see. Okay, Miss Kristen, there's a couple ties. So Miss Kristen Killian from the Kristen Killian unit. She is Go Give with 8 personal interviews. So congratulations, Kristen. Next, we have Miss Shonda Green tied as well with 8 personal interviews from the Diana Sumter unit and the Diana Sumter area. So congratulations. Next, we have with 11 personal interviews, Miss Auburnie Stanley from the Auburnie Stanley unit from the Brittany Kaps national area. So way to go, girl. Next, we have with 12 personal interviews, Miss Vivian Williams, or Willem, I'm totally slaughtering this, Vivian Villamilis from the Esther Sanchez unit from the Ari Hathaway area. So congratulations, Vivian, way to go. And tied, we have Miss Ashley Tola with 12 interviews as well from the Sandy Gant unit and the Kristen Myers area. So congratulations, Ashley. And our number 1 queen in personal interviews, Miss Karen Thelen with 13 personal interviews from the Karen Thelen unit, and she is Go Give. So congratulations, way to go. You guys, I always strive to do at least 3 to 4 personal interviews in my unit every single week. As a DIQ, as a sales director, as a beauty consultant, my goal was always 3 to 5 personal interviews. So I knew I was really knocking it out of the park as far as personal interviews go. But these ladies like really blow me out of the park. So congratulations, way to go. Okay, so we had a lot of 4s when it comes to our personal parties held. So we're only recognizing the top 4 in this category because there was like 5 4s that had 4 parties booked. So we're going to skip number 5 and just move to number 4. So with 7 parties held, we had Miss Caroline Della Victoria Vigil from the Stacy Pons unit from the Crystal Trojanowski area. So congratulations, Caroline. Okay, also with 7 personal parties booked, Miss Katie Ashby from the Katie Ashby unit. And she is in the Miss Joanne Berlin area. So congratulations. Okay. Next we had with 10 personal parties, Miss Katie Williams from the Rachel Kellogg unit, the Crystal Trojanowski area. You guys will notice some patterns here with our top 5 people. Way to go. And with 12 bookings, Teresa Roldan from Miss Go Give. Teresa Roldan from the Bonilas unit, and she is Go Give. So congratulations. So excited for you. Okay, so last but not least, you guys, we are going to recognize new personal team members. I love this. I love sharing the opportunity. That's one of my favorite things. And so number 5 with 3 new personal team members, Miss Cynthia Frazier from the Cecilia James area. So congratulations, Cynthia. With 3 additional team members as well, Miss Ashley Badgley from the Karen Links unit from the Kristen Myers area. Congratulations, ladies. Okay, also with 3 new personal team members, Miss Julie Holmberg from the Crystal Trojanowski area. Congratulations, Julie. And 3 was the lucky number. These ladies got a bronze medal in 2 weeks, so way to go. Lysandra Colazzo from the Miss Colazzo unit from the Ari Hathaway area. So congratulations, ladies. Way to go, Lysandra. Sorry, you guys. Someone got me sick at career conference last weekend, so I'm snuffling. With 4 personal team members and a silver medal in 2 weeks, Karen Thetned from the Julie Rowe unit and the Angie Locke area. So congratulations, ladies. Way to go. That's so exciting. I'm so thrilled for you guys. So I really want to encourage you guys to step up your activities, step up your goals, whatever your vision might be for your business, so that you can truly maximize these final 15 weeks and hear your name called, right? Everybody loves recognition. You know, they always say, like, recognition is never fun, because if you're saying recognition is not fun, it's because you're not being recognized, right? Like, everybody loves recognition unless their name's not being shared. So I encourage you guys to make sure you're really seeing the faces and then tracking your numbers so that you can get recognized. So we had our very first wave of career conferences last weekend. I was here in Irving and I hosted, and it was amazing. And this following weekend, I'm going to be in Duluth, Georgia. So I'm so excited about that. But I am so excited just for those of us that are going to get their cups filled and be there this weekend. So I pray that you guys are getting your cups filled and you're so excited you're going to be there, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Okay, I got to text my man to come get the dog because he is barking. Okay. So here we go. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to address some of your questions. And I'm going to take, let's see, the next 15-20 minutes addressing some of your questions that you guys asked, some nuggets, and I'm sure something that absolutely everyone can benefit from. And then I will share with you my tips to finishing out these next 4 months. So, okay, so someone had asked the flow of a career chat. Okay, so when I share the Mary Kay opportunity, I'll be honest with you, I very rarely go into just spewing the facts about this business when I'm sitting in front of an incredibly sharp woman. What I tend to do is just get to know them. So find out a little bit more about what they love about their job, what they love about their life, you know, what kids they have, are they married, what their career is, and ask questions about them and their lifestyle. Really, you know, what are their extracurricular activities? What do they enjoy doing? Those are some of the things that I absolutely love doing. And then, you know, we kind of sprinkle Mary Kay into the conversations, and I kind of intertwine how this business can help with maybe any areas that they might see needed. And the way we get to that area is where I say, well, gosh, tell me, you know, if there was anything about your job that you could change or about your life, what would that look like? You know, and that's when they may say, well, I'd love to travel more, or I would love to, you know, be home more, or more flexibility, or whatever. And then I can say, well, how would that make you feel if I could share with you that Mary Kay can absolutely fill that gap for you? Or would you get excited if I could tell you that Mary Kay could offer more travel? You know, and so just kind of sprinkling it in. But I will tell you, the best recruits I've ever received, I never actually started, okay, Susie, let me tell you why I think Mary Kay would be great for you. In fact, I started out by just truly sharing. He's just out there barking. By truly sharing about the business, but not till after the fact, that I just get to know them and I get to be in their space and tell me about your kids and what do they do and what does your daily life look like, and just get to know them. And then she realizes I'm here for her and not just on a personal agenda, you know? And so then I get to share with her a little bit more about Mary Kay when we get there, but her wall is down, you know, because she realizes I'm truly want to know a little bit more about her. So that is how I go into it. And then when I do talk a little bit about Mary Kay, I do try to address the things that she said, like more income, then I'm going to touch on that. You know, the travel, I get to touch on that. She says she'd love more time. I can touch on the flexibility, you know, those kinds of things. And then just peeling the layers of the orange or the onion, and just kind of finding out how Mary Kay could benefit or bless her. So that's kind of how I do my in-person appointments and my shares once I have the opportunity to be in front of someone. Okay, so women who want more, how can I recruit them? How do I share right after a facial appointment? Okay, so as far as sharp women go, so I will tell you guys that I truly believe that really being confident and being bold in who you are is going to help you attract the right women. Okay, so if you are a level 10 woman, you are going to, you know, be able to really attract level 8, 9 women in your general business, you know, pocket, okay? So, but if you're a level 5 confidence, you're not going to be able to attract anyone, really above a 3 or a 4, okay? So we really want to make sure your confidence is a higher level so you can attract the right women that you want on your team. So what does that look like? Well, I truly believe that means carrying yourself more confidently, feeling good about yourself. I always tell people, like, if you haven't gotten a compliment on your hair, go get a haircut. If you need a new pair of shoes or heels or do a new glamour look or whatever, build your confidence up, because that's what's going to truly help you attract the women that you want on your team. Okay, if you feel like a 2, you're going to attract a 1, and you don't want a 1. You want to feel like a 10 and attract a 9 and an 8, right? That's what you want. And so being bold in what you want as well. Like I remember being so scared to ask some of the amazing women in my life that were 9s and 8s, and I'm like, they made me super nervous. And but what I knew is that I needed to be bold, and I needed to know what I wanted, because that was going to be what would attract them. And so they really want someone to host a party for me or whatever, I will be bold in asking them for that, and I will be confident in my words, and I will be confident in how I say it, because that's how I'm going to attract those people. And so be bold in what you want. If there's someone you've been wanting to host a party for you for the longest time, I encourage you to pick up the phone. I am very anti-text booking. I do not text message anybody. The only time I ever text message is to make sure that I have the right number, and then to also confirm the best time to call, because I don't enjoy phone tag. And so what I do is I literally just say, hey, Susie, this is Brittany. Congratulations. You won, blah, blah, blah. And I'm so looking forward to connecting with you. What's the best time to contact you with all the details? And again, I so look forward to connecting with you. And you guys, today's a great example. Sent out some emails, and I got about 10 phone calls or text messages, and I just said, yes, girl, congratulations. What's the best time for me to call you? And they all give me a time. I have an alarm in my phone to call every single one of them, and I always let them know, I'm going to text you before I call so you know to expect my call. And that way I'm eliminating that whole phone tag thing that drives me nuts, because then they call me back and I'm not available and we keep going like this. And so, but I would go as far as just say, hey, girl, this is Brittany. I'm so super excited. I'm working on a massive goal, and what I know is that you are an incredibly sharp woman in my life, and I'm so grateful for your friendship. And what I know is I am chasing a big goal, and that means I have to go after, women that I know truly love me and are equally as invested in my success. And so it would mean the world to me if you could gather some amazing girlfriends and get some girlfriends together. And I'd love to just shower you and spoil you with free products and gifts. But I know that as I think about the women that I want to host an appointment, I have to really be cautious of people that I want in my space. And you are one of just the most top-notch women in my life. And I know that I can absolutely count on you, but I also know that you are someone I enjoy being in my space, which means you're going to have some amazing women that I love and would love to have in my space too. So girl, can I count on you? And be bold with what you want. Be bold with exactly very clear about what you want. Share with her your goal. I'm earning a pink Cadillac, and I need women that are equally invested in my success. And I know that you are someone I can absolutely count on, and so just like, you can absolutely count on me. And this is obviously over the phone, not through text message. And you guys, I promise you, it would be really hard to turn that down. And so be bold in what you want. Ask for what you want, you guys. I would be very shocked if someone said no to that. And if they say yes, let me get back to you. Okay, this is how I overcome that, because a lot of people ask that. This is how I overcome that. I say, okay, girl, well, I have 5 limited spots left. My month is filling up really quickly. I'm giving an extra $100 in products when you host your appointment this month. And so what I know is that I am filling up quickly, but I absolutely understand you need to connect with your girlfriends. So how about this? Let's go ahead and put a tentative date. And if for any reason you can't hold that original date, then I can move you to another spot and still honor your gift certificate and free products. But if I don't get you on the books, I can't hold that special for you. And I absolutely don't want you to miss out on this beauty experience as well as the $100 in free products. So let's get you on the books. And if we need to move you around, we can. But I want to get you on the books so we can absolutely, get you all those perks. And then I tell her, okay, awesome. So once I get your guest list in the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to get you an additional $15 in free products. It's our amazing eye makeup remover, girl. You're going to love it. It's absolutely amazing. Or you could, tell her she gets to use the biocellulose mask at the appointment. And then you guys just keep the kind of incentives coming so that she will hold her appointment. And then text her the next day, girl, I am so excited. I am so grateful that I know I can count on you. I am so honored to be, a friend in your space. And I can't wait to get your guest list. Here's a picture of the eye makeup remover and all the perks that come with it. So look forward to receiving that from you today, and then just kind of keep layering her and communicating with her, you guys. But I promise, I will tell you that I literally never have cancellations on my books. And I do a lot of appointments. I think I saw over 40 faces last month. Very rarely do I get a cancellation. It's because I also tell people that I have a waiting list. I tell people that I have a waiting list. And if for any reason you can't hold your appointment, please let me know so I can open that spot to someone on my wait list. I say that to everybody. Now, if you're trying to book someone, like a friend or a family, and you truly value that person, then I would say, girl, I do have other people, on my books, but truly I value your friendship. I value your loyalty, and your party is number one priority to me. So let's get this booked, so kind of change your words based off of who you're working with. But I do a lot of random lead generating. And so whether it's referrals or facial boxes or lead generating promotions, whatever, that is how I get every single one of my appointments to hold, is I let them know that I do have a waiting list. And for any reason they can't hold their appointment, to please let me know as soon as possible so I can open that to someone on my wait list. Y'all, no one cancels. And then I tell them if I don't get their guest list in the next 24 to 48 hours, I do have to give that spot to someone else. So please get me your guest list so I make sure to hold your gift certificate and your goodies. And I always say, does that make sense? And they're like, yes. And they always get me their guest list right away, you guys. It's amazing. It really has cut down my work because I don't have to chase people down and ask them for guest lists. So I absolutely love it. Okay, so let's see. What is our next question? Okay, so what are some creative ways to keep your momentum up? Well, if I can just be quite honest with you guys, that truly when I started Mary Kay, I was working 2 full-time jobs and going to nursing school full-time. So my life was crazy. So in order to keep the momentum, I'll be honest with you, I had personal goals. I had personal non-negotiables. My personal non-negotiables were at least 5 to 8 parties every single week. That was a non-negotiable. I was working every single weekend from 6 to 2:30. I'm sorry, every weekday from 6 to 2:30. And then I would go to another hospital from 3 to 11. I was going to school, and Saturdays and Sundays were the only days that I could book appointments. Okay. And so I'll tell you guys that I did all my appointments on the weekends. I did a lot of appointments on the weekends. There were days where I would see 50 faces in a day. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And so in order to keep the momentum, you guys, I had personal goals in front of me at all times. And so it was something where I wanted to be the queen every single week at the meeting with personal faces, personal sales, personal team members. That was my motive. Every single week, I wanted to be the queen every single week. It kept me motivated. It kept me excited. And so I will be honest with you, and I will say, if you're winning, I don't think you really need creative ways to keep momentum. I think if you're building a team, if you're selling products, if you're loving what you do, then you don't necessarily need creative ways to keep momentum. You just need to keep moving, and that will help you create the momentum because you're loving what you do, you're excited, and it's backed by activity, right? Like, it's interesting. I've always paid 95%, 100% of my bills. When I was married, we had very little income from my ex-husband, and we paid 95% of our bills with Mary Kay. And so to me, that was my momentum. That was what I needed. That was my kind of like, keep going, Brittany, was because if I didn't work this business, my bills didn't get paid, And so that was what kept me motivated. And so I always tell people, like, what is your purpose? What is your passion? What is your reason why? That needs to be your momentum, right? That needs to keep you going in your business. And so I say winning should be the reason you stay motivated, and to help really create that momentum and keep it going would be minimums. Weekly minimums will keep you motivated. Staying in the field, being consistent, that will keep you motivated. Okay, so my next question. After being in a city for 2 years and presenting a hostess program, women don't want to hold parties. What's been the best way to get your parties to hold instead of double facials? Okay, well, I will tell you that I truly believe, now I've moved 3 times in my business, 3 different states. And so I've had to really become a master at lead generating. And some of my favorite ways are referrals. I love getting referrals at all of my appointments. I love ladies' nights. That's where I go to a restaurant, fun little Mexican restaurant, and we celebrate ladies' night, and they come in and we give them a free flower or goodies, and they enter for a free facial. I love it. It's so cool. They're not a cold lead, they're a warm lead because we've met them, we connect. And I love that. So like booth events, stuff like that. Facial boxes, that has been one of my favorite things. I always had as a sales director, 20 plus facial boxes out at a time. They're free leads, you know? And so I love that. That was one of my favorite things. And so I think if you're not in love with your hostess program or people aren't excited about it, then you might want to reflect. You might want to change your hostess program. Talk to your sales director, talk to your national, find something that people get excited about. You know, there's this new beauty experience, and I would encourage you to really look into that and jump on that if you haven't already. It's amazing. And women are loving it. And one thing I will say as far as getting people to change their appointments from being just a double facial to an actual party is more incentives for more people that come. And then also, instead of telling them to have 4 or 5 girlfriends, tell them to have 6 or 7, and then they will immediately at least have 3 or 4. You know, if you say 4 or 5, they think, oh, 2 is okay. Well, if you say 6, 7, or 8, then it's going to be like 3 or 4, you know, so they're typically going to bring about half the amount that you encourage them to bring. In my personal experience, excuse me. And so I increase the number that they can bring, and then it increases the amount of people they actually bring, okay? So, but maybe reflect on your hostess program. Be excited about your hostess program. You know, I think if you're excited about it, they'll be excited about it. So, and then also just generate leads in different areas. And my favorite thing is to just, they've won a pampering session. They've won, you know, fill in the blank, and people absolutely love that. And they bring friends and, you know, all of that. So there's so many different ways to rock this. So, but you might want to look into finding a new fun hostess program that you might love. Okay. Okay, so what are your top tips for building and networking in a new location? I kind of just went over that. And I will share with our group of nationals so they can share with you my lead generating video that I have done because I have moved so many times. I'd love to share that with you guys so you guys can have that as well. Okay. Let's see. How do you balance your time with your personal sales and customer service with mentoring your team members? Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite topics on the planet. Okay, you guys, I will tell you that I did not, I truly worked my business as a sales director 1 day a week and as a consultant 5 to 6 days a week, okay? So what I know is that in this business is that the money occurs the most from personal activity, personal recruiting, personal sales, personal recruiting, personal sales, right? That is where we earn the most bonuses as sales directors. That is where we make the most commission. And so you better believe I am money motivated in the sense that I want to be able to pay my bills, right? And so I want to have fun. I love options. And so if I don't have money, I don't have options, right? And as a sales director, I truly would work with people who wanted to work with me, but 9 times out of 10, you better believe you always caught me working my personal business. And that is probably why I became a national sales director. Not probably, it absolutely is why I became a national sales director in 6 years of starting my Mary Kay business, you guys. 6 years, because there was never a month that went by that I didn't see less than 60 faces, 60 to 100 faces every single month. Every single month, I was personally team building, you guys. There's been 2 instances in my business that I was able to, and this is because I tracked it, it probably could have happened way more than twice, that in a matter of 3 to 4 months, I had over $20,000 saved in those 3 to 4 months, you guys. And that was personal business, you guys. I love putting money in the bank. I love saving. That brings me more joy than probably most. And so I followed the money trail, you guys. Personal business, personal business, personal business. You will never meet a sales director who is frustrated when she rocks her personal business, when she is personally selling the products, personally seeing at least 40, 50, 60 faces a month and meddling every single month. She is a happy woman because she is making the money, you guys. And so if you're not happy with where you're at, I would encourage you to knock up the personal activity, increase your activity, increase your team building, you guys. And if you're a sales director and your unit is not over 100, you should not be a director more than 1 day a week. It just shouldn't happen. And for our consultants who really want to race into that leadership position in these next 15 weeks, you guys, you need to be doing the exact same amount of activity that those sales directors should be doing, 60 to 100 faces. Brittany, I have a job, I've got kids, I've got family. How do you make that happen? You guys, I was working 2 full-time jobs and going to nursing school. I wanted this bad enough that it didn't matter how crazy my life was, I was willing to do it. Why? Because I knew that it was short-term choices would give me long-term gain. And even when I was in the trenches or in the valley, you know, in those times where I was like not loving it, I will tell you guys that I'm so grateful that I kept going, because I get to sit in front of you at 32 years old, already been a national for 3 years, and I have, gosh, 33 more years that I get to be a national sales director in this amazing company because of the work that I did 6 years leading up to that point, you guys. I will also tell you guys that not only did I see the faces, but I was committed to showing up every single week at my weekly meeting. I went to every corporate event. I went to every event my national sales director hosted. I was all in on this company, 100% all in. And I'm so grateful that I say that. I mean, I'm so grateful that I did that, because it truly led me to be here and in this position. So I am so grateful for that. So activity, you guys, that is so crucial and so key to any goal that you might have. But I promise you will not be frustrated if you're doing the work, okay? Okay, so let's see. Someone says, well, when you identify a woman who needs Mary Kay and she, a future consultant, does not recognize her need, how do you continuously encourage her to see the benefits of being part of an incredible company that will obviously benefit her and her family without doing it over, or doing it, of course? Okay, so I will tell you guys that, to be quite honest, I think the best way that you can shine in Mary Kay and remind people about how amazing this company is by living your life and showing them the perks. One thing I started doing is at my appointments, I have my Brittany Kaps Facebook page for my customers, and I give them tickets throughout the party, and I give them extra tickets if they go and they like my page. And so that way, then I get to sprinkle my life. I get to sprinkle a little bit about me, and they get to watch me. You guys, Crystal Trojanowski is my Offspring National Sales Director. She did Mary Kay when she was like 18, came back into it again, I think when she was late 20s, and that's when she joined my team. But you guys, I will tell you that there's a different time and a season for everybody. And so we can't force someone to do Mary Kay. We don't want to force anyone to do Mary Kay. They need to see the need. And so if you had conversations about how this could benefit them and they don't see it, or if they're telling you, oh, I don't need it or whatever, stand on the sidelines, cheer them on with their life, support them, let them be your customer, let them watch you from the sidelines, and they will see that they need that need if they do. And I truly believe everybody could benefit from Mary Kay, but if everybody joined Mary Kay, we wouldn't have customers. So we don't want to force people to get started, but what we do want is to let them have a sideline seat of our life and how much this business blesses us, you know, through our business pages, through our Facebook, through social media. You know, send your customers thank you cards that you get to do this because of them, you know, that kind of thing. And so I say be in front of them, let them be exposed to your life, and let them decide what they need from this company instead of necessarily you making that decision for them, you know, or they just don't see it yet, and that's okay. Okay, I'm going to answer 2 more questions, and then I'm going to jump into my quick tips. Okay. Okay, so a lot of this stuff is about team building and keeping your team motivated, getting me to the next position. I'm a red jacket, that kind of stuff. Okay, you guys, I will tell you that if you want to go to the next position on the career path, the biggest missing link is activity. You're not going to recruit someone that is just watching you on Facebook by sharing with them over and over and over again. You need to be in front of new faces, new opportunity. And you better believe if I had a huge goal and we weren't close to wrapping it up, I would be out. I would be lead generating. I would be warm chatting. I would be getting names. It was, for me, a non-negotiable. When I had massive goals, non-negotiable. What does that mean? That means that you don't sleep till it's done. Literally. You do not, I mean, obviously you need sleep, but you are so determined. You leave no stone unturned. You leave, you know, no opportunity without being touched. You are ultimately so sold out on the goal that it doesn't matter what you have to do, it's done. In your mind, it's done. And so that means, you know, going out and getting a certain amount of names every single day. That means that with every waking minute that you have available that's not already committed to a really important task, it's Mary Kay. You guys, I didn't have extracurricular activities when I was in Mary Kay as a beauty consultant or even as a sales director. I didn't have a bunch of extra stuff that I would do if I had a massive goal. You know, I didn't watch TV. I literally do not watch TV. I literally hate getting my nails done. I don't do downtime very well because I just love to go, go, go. And so I love being in front of people. I love feeling productive. I love waking up with intention and going to bed satisfied knowing that I did everything I wanted to do that day. Okay. And so that means like you might have to cut some stuff out of your life for the next few weeks to really make things happen. If you have a big, massive goal, communicate that to the people in your life, communicate that to your family so that they know why you may be missing a couple soccer games. They know why you might be missing some family gatherings. It's because you have a massive goal and you're working on that. And you guys, I will tell you, you may not have a huge support system. I didn't. My mom didn't support me. My sister didn't support me. My stepdad didn't support me. I really had no support when I started Mary Kay. But what I knew is that I believed in this company and I knew that if I was willing to do the work, I could make things happen. You know, my mom never supported my business, not even after earning my first or my second pink Cadillac. But I will tell you that I was racing towards national and I went through a really crappy divorce 3 years ago. My husband, I had discovered, had started a family with another woman, and it was just really, really crappy. And after my mom witnessed that I was able to 100% support myself in that situation, you better believe she was all on board and she was so sold out on this company. They moved here last year and moved in with me for 6 months, her and my stepdad, and they got to live. We have like 3 extra bedrooms upstairs, a theater room, a living room, and that was like their penthouse suite. They lived there, you guys. That was so awesome to be able to take care of my mom. But I'm so glad I didn't wait for her to support me to do that because neither one of us would have been here, right? Seriously. They just did their new home and Jason and I were able to help furnish their apartment. You guys, what a dream it has been to be able to support my mommy. But guess what, you guys? She didn't always support me and that's okay. I kept going. I saw the vision of so much more when she couldn't see it, you guys. You know, another thing I want to share with you is there was a season where I had 19 $0 parties in a row, you guys. 19. Script chose to not work this out on the business and I was surrounded by success. I didn't let that deter my success, you guys. I did pick up the phone and say, what the heck's wrong with me? Help me, to my sales director. And she did. And my next party was over $700. And my party after that was $2,200, you guys. This business works. I promise you, you guys. I promise you this business works. I have never gone a season in my business where if I was working full out, I struggled financially. Ever. In fact, God has blessed me and my business so much, you guys. But I will promise you, you know, when people say, is this Mary Kay thing guaranteed? I will say, I don't really need this Mary Kay thing to be guaranteed. What I need to know is your work ethic guaranteed? Me, my work ethic is absolutely guaranteed. I've worked since I was 15. If I want something bad enough, I'll go after it. So do you want this bad enough? Is your work ethic guaranteed? It's not, does Mary Kay work? My question for you is, do you work? Are you willing to do the work that is required, you guys? You know, when people say, Mary Kay's hard, I'm like, try wiping booties as a nurse for 12 to 16 hours a day, y'all. That's hard. Choose your hard. I'll choose the no's, right? I'll choose the $0 parties. I'll choose, you know, all of that. And I will tell you, especially as you guys are racing towards leadership, the one thing I wish I would have learned earlier on was to release the results. You guys, I remember there were seasons in my life and as a sales director where I would stress over how much money I'm going to make at the appointment or how many referrals I get or how many team members I'm going to get. And I personally sabotaged myself because I was so consumed in the number and not enough focused on the amazing women that God put in front of me. And so I want you guys to release the results as you walk in the door. I say a prayer every time before I walk into an appointment and say, God, let me bless these women because I know in return you are going to bless me. You guys, and what's so great is that when I pray that prayer, I literally get to be so peaceful as I walk into those appointments. And even if I don't sell much, I'm not worried. Why? Because I've always had 20 parties on my books at all times, but I know that God will bless me. And I always tell myself, nothing comes back void, you know? And so I just encourage you guys to release the results and know that God will absolutely bless you. But if you're consumed in the numbers, it's going to be really hard to be successful because you're sabotaging yourself. And I'm telling you all this from personal experience. So, and then My last question, someone said, well, how do you work with someone when they have a sense of urgency? They need to wrap a big goal up in about 2 weeks. I will tell you guys, number one, you can't force anyone to make things happen. They have to want it bad enough themselves. But I will tell you that I have personally seen production go from $0 to $8,000 to 10 to 15 to 20 in a matter of hours. Okay. And so if you want something bad enough and you're sold out, go get the names, go get the activities, leave no stone unturned, you guys. Crystal, Lily, and I, national sales directors, were all new directors at a time, and we went out and we got names. We got to our power partner and we went to work. You guys, I remember we were earning our second pink Cadillac and we needed $10,000 the last day of the month. Guess what? We did it. Why? I left no stone unturned. We needed so much stuff, but I locked myself in my office and we did not call it till it was done. And you better believe we finished that out, you guys, because I was 100% sold out on the goal. Okay, so I have about 20 minutes left. Then I'm gonna share with you guys my top 5 tips to wrapping up these final 15 months. So I will tell you guys that when we finished our national area in March, hear me on this, in March, we were not on target. We were not on target for anything. I wasn't on target for a unit club. We weren't on target to be a national area. I think I had 3 sales directors and we were not even on target for a unit club. I want to tell you guys that in the month of March, we added over 20 consultants, and the month of April was like 30, and the month of May was like 40. June was over 50 consultants that we added that month, and the production followed. So if we added 20, we had an extra 20,000 in production. If we hit 30 new, we had 30 extra thousand. If we hit 40, we had 40. You guys, we made a decision. We made a decision to build a national area. And so in the following 6 months, we debuted 8 new sales directors. 8 new sales directors, first line, you guys, because these women put their head down. They are where you are at right now, consultants. They put their head down and they said, I am doing this, you guys, all in with 8. I am blown away that the company has done this for you. I have never in my Mary Kay history seen it till this year, you guys. This is an opportunity that is going to come and it is going to go. And if you don't jump on this train, it's going to go without you. And you're going to wake up and be filled with regret opposed to filled with exhaustion because you pushed, you prayed, and by golly, you made it happen. And we get to celebrate you at seminar, you guys. That's how you want to wake up July 1, okay? And so seriously, these next 15 weeks, you guys, put everything else to the wayside. Literally, nothing else should be a priority unless it's keeping the kids alive, keeping the husband satisfied, and staying right with Jesus. Those would be my top 3 priorities. Other than that, you guys, run till it's done. Run till it's done. It is so worth it, you guys. I remember one of my very first paychecks as a sales director was over $9,000. Seriously, y'all. What could you do with $9,000? As a new director, y'all better believe I was like doing the happy dance like you've never seen before. I was so excited, you guys. How's it going to make you feel when you have an extra $9,000 in your checking account? What are you going to do with that? You know? Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. Okay, so my top 5 tips. Number 1 is have a non-negotiable goal. A non-negotiable goal. What does that mean? Till it's done, okay? Till it's done. It means nothing happens till it's done. You know, when people say, well, how long did you know to push? Or how long did you know to do the work? Till it was done. It's not like you start driving your car and you're driving down the road and all of a sudden you're in the middle of the highway and you're like, I just don't really feel like going to my destination anymore. I'm just going to hang out here on the highway, right? No, how silly does that sound? So why would we chase a goal and stop in the middle of it? The sad thing is so many of us do because we let the roadblocks get in the way, you guys. Those roadblocks, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, or maybe more the bearer of truth, but you are guaranteed roadblocks. Guaranteed roadblocks. There's literally none of you are going to be eliminated from that. You're going to have roadblocks. You're going to have a little bit of failures across the way. You're going to have some setbacks. You're going to have some no's. You're going to have big, huge boulders in your path, okay? But if you're hitting boulders, if you're hitting roadblocks, if you're hitting disappointments, congratulations. It means you're actually chasing something. If you're not hitting disappointments or frustrations or roadblocks, well, then you must not be doing something, right? Like that was my motto. If I'm not hitting obstacles, I clearly must not be working hard, because on the road path to success is going to be roadblocks, y'all. It's just the facts. And so a non-negotiable goal till it's done, okay? Number 2, you guys, my rule of thumb was always at least 10 parties on your books at all times. As a consultant, 10 parties on your books at all times. And I mean revolving. So if you had 10 parties on your books at the beginning of the month and you've already held 5, you should have 10 more. 10 at all times, not including the ones you've already held this month, you guys. 10 parties at all times, you guys. Personally, as a sales director, I always had at least 20 parties on my books at all times because the last thing I wanted to do was walk into an appointment, have all my eggs in one basket, walk out, not a lot come from that, and be like, hot dang, I'm out of business, right? No, I always had 20 appointments on my books at all times, you guys, at all times. And with that comes a non-negotiable booking time. Every Monday and Tuesday, from about 3 to 7, I was working on bookings every single Monday and Tuesday. Why Monday and Tuesday? Because on Monday, when I would call them, and if I couldn't connect with them, Tuesday was when I would do that follow-up call to try to get, in front of them again. And again, I'm very anti-text booking unless it's to pick a time to connect with them. Okay, so I do not text, very anti-text booking. That's just me. I'm a millennial, and what I know is that people are missing connection. They're missing connection. So if you're hiding behind a text message and you're not rocking your business, it's because you're hiding behind a text message, okay? I promise you, your business will explode when you pick up the phone. So pick up the phone. But a non-negotiable booking time every single week. Every single week. My family knew Monday and Tuesday from 4 to 7, don't talk to Brittany. Like, it was a non-negotiable, you guys. Why? I wanted this bad enough. I knew that this business was what I was supposed to be doing. And I didn't wait for all the signs or the cards to be aligned or to get that, glimpse of anything. No, I knew. But what I also knew was if this business was going to work for me, I had to work for it. And I needed to step in to the greatness that I knew God had for me. And so playing anything smaller than that was an insult to him, you guys. I truly believe that. And so I was 100% sold out on success. So I had to be 100% sold out on me and 100% sold out on what it took to get me there. Okay. So non-negotiable booking time. Okay. Number 3, consistency is key, y'all. Every single week. Never did a week go by that I didn't have activity. Never did a day go by that I didn't touch my business in one way, form, or fashion. Now, I did become a sales director 8 months after starting my business. Exactly 1 year from starting my business, I earned my pink Cadillac. So you guys, I was all in from the get-go. But I will tell you that with my crazy schedule, I had to be creative. So be creative. I didn't have kids. I had a needy husband. I had 2 full-time jobs and a full-time nursing student, you guys. That's a lot. So I had to be creative, but I was 100% sold out on what I needed. So I had to be consistent every single week. I knew that if I didn't go to a weekly meeting, I was in danger. I knew that if I didn't hold appointments or hold those 3 to 4 shares a week, that I was going backwards. And going backwards was scary to me. I wanted to only be moving forward. And so I knew consistency was key and me moving forward. Okay, it is so much easier to do this business quickly than add 1, lose 1, add 2, lose 2. That's not fun. And that's a frustrating place to be. So consistency, consistency, consistency. Get your goal posters up. I have my affirmations and my goals on my backdrop on my phone. So I'm seeing them throughout the day. I even have 2 alarms in my cell phone that I set twice a day to read my affirmations to myself because I know I need to pour into myself. You guys, I am all about consistency in affirmations, your goals, everything. Have your goal posters, have those little bubbles, so your family can see you haven't done anything this week, right? Or they can say, hot dang, mom, you're killing it, But have your goals in front of you. Have your activity, you guys, so that your people holding you accountable that are in your corner can see, hey, you're not doing what you said you were going to do. And mom, be a woman of your word, get it done, you guys. That's what you want. Consistency is key. Okay, number 4, a clear vision and a clear why. Sorry, you guys, I'm so nasally. I will tell you that, after going through a really crappy divorce, and now it's the best thing that ever happened to me because of the growth and the strength and just everything that comes through life's crap, right? Like you never look at a difficult situation and say like, I'm so grateful for this, right? No, but after the fact, You absolutely do. After the fact, you're like, praise God for that really just cruddy time in that season, because it allowed me to work on me. It allowed me to draw closer to the Lord. It allowed my faith to go stronger. There were so many different things that came from that season. But I will tell you guys that a bar pin, a pink Cadillac, and a really awesome paycheck are not going to get you out of bed when your life falls apart. I promise you that. When my life fell apart 3 years ago, I really struggled for a minute to figure out, okay, why am I really chasing after all of this stuff? Okay. Now, didn't last long because I needed to pay my bills, and I knew that if it was going to be up to me. But I also realized that the one thing that I have control over, you guys, is the one thing that I can put my heart and soul into. And that was my business. I couldn't, I didn't control what other people did to me or how other people responded. Whatever, I get to control one thing. That was my attitude and my effort. So I went to work. And I will tell you guys that I realized I needed to have so much more of a clear vision and why. And so I went to coaching school, and, they talked about your why and your vision, and they said, you need a symbol. And I was like, a symbol? What do I need a symbol for? And she said, you need a symbol so that, let's say you get into a car accident, you get an unexpected bill, someone, poops on your dreams, you can close your eyes, you can see that vision and snap out of it and go to work. And I was like, okay, I love that. And I really had to start thinking about it. And I will tell you guys that my vision included two things. The first thing was a personal. The second one was a spiritual. Okay. So my personal vision and my goal and my why, I would close my eyes. And I grew up in a broken home. My dad was in and out of prison. We always struggled financially. My dad was not in the picture after I turned 13. I lost a little sister when I was 5 years old. She was 18 months. And so I had a lot of brokenness in my home. And so when I closed my eyes, the one thing I could see was a healthy home. I saw this beautiful home. I could literally see like smoke coming out the chimney. I could hear my little chihuahua running around the house. I could smell fresh baked cookies. I could hear little babies crawling. I could hear my husband coming home from work, the garage door opening, and the kids saying, "Daddy's home." I could hear that. I could see that. I could feel it. And so whenever someone pooped on my dreams, I had a $0 party, got into a car accident, unexpected bill, whatever, I could close my eyes and I could see a house. And then I would literally play it all in my head in that moment, you guys. And that is what kept me going when crap hit the fan. That is what kept me going when stuff didn't go the way I desired it to go. But a bar pin, a pink Cadillac, a stage call, that was not going to keep me going. Okay. So your vision has to be clear. I want to share with you guys my spiritual why. I could close my eyes and I could see a music symbol. Now, why a music symbol? Because I personally believe I'm on this planet to make a difference for the Lord and to save the people and bring everyone to Christ. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity and the platform of a national sales director. But when I closed my eyes, I could see a music symbol and I could hear harps and I could see heaven's gates and I could see all my directors coming into heaven and all the people that I love and my Mary Kay family and everyone. And I could see that, you guys. And so if I couldn't do it for me, I could close my eyes and I could do it for Jesus and I could do it for my people. And so those were the two things that keep me going when I don't really feel like getting up and going. I would have to just close my eyes and I could smell the chocolate chip cookies. I could hear the harps. That would get my heart racing again, you guys. Okay, so you've got to have a clear vision and a clear why. And I hope that illustration helps you. My last thing before I leave you for the evening is a timeline. You've got to have a timeline, you guys. Listen, I don't know if you've been told this or not, but there is a window. There's a window of opportunity, okay? And so right now is a huge window of opportunity. So for all of you that have a goal to go into DIQ, to earn your car by seminar, there's a window. It's called by the end of the seminar a year. This all in with 8 thing, yeah, that ends come July 1. And so you have a window of opportunity. So you must have a deadline. If you want to be a DIQ, maybe give yourself a goal of being a red jacket by the end of the month. So then you can be a team leader in DIQ by the end of April, which would give you May and June, to finish out DIQ and be able to cross that seminar stage. Maybe you're already, well, you should all be red jackets. So no, eliminate that. So you're all red jackets right now. There is no reason you cannot all be DIQs April 1, you guys. There's no reason you can't all be a DIQ April 1. And that will give you 3 glorious months to finish out your DIQ and rock that stage as a brand new sales director, you guys. There's a window. There's a timeline. You have to have a timeline. Let's say you have 5 active team members right now. That means by the end of this week, you need 1 more. And that means by the end of next week, you need 2 more. Let's say you're 3. You need to add 2 more this week and 3 more next week. 3, 4, 4 more next week, you know? Let me see. Where are we at? We've got, what is today? You've really got a week and a half left, you guys. Plenty of time, but you need a timeline. If you're like, okay, I'm gonna see 100 faces by the end of the month. Okay, how many have you seen? 2. Okay, well, when are you gonna fit the rest of those faces in? Well, this weekend I can't because I'm busy. Got a birthday party and Susie's got a soccer game. And next weekend's Easter weekend. We've got family coming in. But during the week, I'm gonna do that. No, you're not going to do that. Okay, you're not going to do that. You know, and so having your calendar, having it highlighted with your committed dates and times that you are willing to make that happen, and it's a non-negotiable. A timeline is non-negotiable, you guys, but you've got to sit here. You've got to know where you're going to fit in those spaces, where you're going to fit in the activity, when you're going to do the shares. You've got to have that mapped out. You can't just start the month and be like, well, I'm hoping, you know, well, you can hope and dream all day long, but if you don't have a timeline and if you don't have a plan, it's not going to happen. And then you're going to wake up at the beginning of the next month super frustrated again and again and again and again, you know? I always talk about how we live in a society where it's so normal to quit on yourself. It's so normal to say, I'm going to do this and not do it. I'm going to lose 10 pounds and not do it. I'm going to earn a car. I'm going to earn a trip. Y'all, I sounded like a broken record saying I was going to earn a trip so many times, but I struggled with confidence. And that's something I really had to work on. Finally, I set a huge goal to become a national, and we did it. But I was so sold out on it. I had a timeline, and I had grit, and I knew what it was going to take to make it happen, you guys. I absolutely was so sold out. So you need to be sold out on the vision. You need to have a plan. You need to have a timeline. Get your sales director on board with that. Stay in communication with her. Stay in communication with your national. You guys, you have a window of opportunity. And if you don't jump in on this window of opportunity, you are going to be very frustrated and disappointed come July 1. And we don't want that for you. You are clearly the creme de la creme of our national areas because you have been invited onto this hangout because you are a leader and you have an amazing soul and an amazing spirit and you love women and you love people and you love seeing them go to the next level, you guys. And so that's going to require over these next 15 weeks to get uncomfortable. It's going to require you to set a goal that maybe scares you a little bit. It's going to be required that you jump over some obstacles and you deal with some no's and some disappointments. And those are all, I guarantee y'all, over these next 15 weeks, I promise it's going to happen to you. And so I'm warning you, but I want to celebrate because if you are hitting obstacles or frustrations, congratulations. It means you're chasing something. It means you're absolutely chasing something and you so deserve the success that you want. You so deserve the position. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Stay in your own 2 lanes. Don't look to the left or the right. Focus on you. Focus on your goals, what you're doing, and how you can propel, and truly how you can take women with you, you guys. The goal is to not only become a director, but be a director with a bucket load of red jackets on your team. You know, that's how we want to celebrate you guys as a true leader of leaders, taking women with you to the top, okay? So just a quick reminder, make sure you guys get your recognition numbers plugged in every the Tuesday before our next hangout. You don't want to miss the amazing training that you get to be in front of you guys. And I am so grateful for this company. I'm so grateful for my sister NSDs. I'm so grateful for this life. I get married literally 30 days from today. I met my Prince Charming and we're getting married 30 days from today. And we're going to be surrounded by our closest friends and family, and it's going to be amazing. And then Mary Kay is sending us to Rome. We're going for Italy. We're going for 3 weeks for our honeymoon. They're paying for all of it. Y'all, this is the dream life. It is so worth it. And was my journey full of bumps and obstacles and lots of cry fests and funny stories I could tell you all day? Absolutely. But it was so worth it, you guys. It is so worth it. Confident mommies raise confident daughters, you guys. And so go to work, fall in love with your business, love what you do. And, you know, if you want your people to be proud of you or excited for you, give them something to be proud and excited about, you guys. Go to work, make things happen. And in the process, you will build the most supportive, amazing people in your arena, and you will change the world internally, changing yourself. So love you guys tons. Congratulations again for earning tonight. Make sure that you don't finish out this month without earning next month. We're so excited for you, celebrating you as we finish out this month. You guys, love you tons. Bye.